One of the biggest, I guess you could say, complaints about Star Wars The Last Jedi is that the Knights of Ren were not shown, or at least further explored. In The Force Awakens, of course, Snoke briefly mentions the Knights of Ren. He says even the Knights of Ren have never faced such a test when talking about the droid BB-8 being on board the Millennium Falcon in the hands of your father Han Solo. Snoke isn't talking about a physical test, of course, he's talking about an emotional test. That's a topic for another discussion. So why did we not see the Knights of Ren in Star Wars The Last Jedi? Rian Johnson tells us, quote, "We have a very full movie already. There literally was just not room for another element. I guess I could have used them in place of the Praetorian Guards, but then it would feel like wasting them because all those guards had to die. And if Kylo had some kind of connection to them, it would have added a complication that wouldn't have helped the scene. Truth is, I just didn't see a place for them in the movie." Close quote. That's the writer-director's explanation. That's the reasoning, and I'm completely fine with it. Look, does every single thing mentioned in the first film of a 3-film trilogy have to be explained in the second film? No, it doesn't. We still have a third film, right? Especially if tacking on those elements means detracting from what the film is focusing on. I am all for focused stories. That's one of the most important things to me. I am all about staying on track. And of course, TLJ has some pacing issues. Of course, there are elements I wish were a bit more streamlined. But if the director, the writer, the person making the damn movie said that there was no place to tell that story in this film, well, I'm on board. After all, the film was about Kylo and Rey. That was its prime focus. It's possible, and even probable, that we will see the Knights of Ren in Episode 9. Maybe they will be on screen, maybe they'll be shooed away by some expository dialogue, or maybe their story will be told in some non-film material. I'm cool with whatever. I'm even fine with them never mentioning the Knights of Ren again in the saga, because if the story moving forward is more engaging and more focused because of their absence, that, in this Stormtrooper's humble opinion, is far more important. Not every line of dialogue needs to be explored, not every piece of the set or character clothing or jewelry needs to be explored in the film. Eventually you'd end up with a hodgepodge of random information nuggets that would not serve the story at hand and would be better told in another visual dictionary or something. Ultimately, I do hope the Knights of Ren are explored in Episode 9. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I love the concept of a bunch of students rebelling against their teacher and being led by the Alpha in the wolf pack. But if there's not a place to tell that story in this story, that's fine too. Always serve the story that you want to tell. HelloGreedo, out.